everyone, and welcome to Fractures of Reality. In the last session, we met Jezebel's brother, who is apparently a drow. And I guess he had a bit of a change of scenery. And he's gone out to try and cover your tracks as you entered the city. And he's asked you all to wait here and not to leave the house. Alright. What would you guys like to do?
Oh boy.
So, just judging for Clara's HP, did we have an extended rest already?
Not yet, no.
We had a
Okay.
short rest.
Like, you guys are currently short resting.
Yeah, we had a short rest.
Okay.
So, when do you think he's coming back?
Hopefully soon.
Isabel still doesn't quite look convinced. But she does look curious. She goes, I think I'm going to take a look around the city.
You sure?
Clara says, I'm actually kind of tired for some reason. I gotta go take a nap.
Just a little walk around. I have a lot to think about, and I'd rather kind of clear my head, so I'd rather see the city a little bit.
Okay, just
How will be what are you gonna do? What if you're gonna do if it comes to a point where we have to escape?
Pretty sure I hear about it. And if not, pretty sure you can send to me, can't you, Foxy?
Even if I did, who's to say that who's to say that our route won't be blocked off by the time you get there?
Well, then what? You'd rather have me to stay here then?
I'm sorry, out of character. What was that?
So you'd rather have me stay here then?
Of course not. I'd rather you here stay with us in case it comes to that.
That's what she asked you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So would you rather have me stay here?
yes, that. Now that just got awkward because I fucked up the.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It happens. Anyway, Jezebel.
Jezebel just sighs, looking a little frustrated. Is Tetsu's still there, right? Oh yeah, I see his token. Never mind, sorry. She glances over to Tetsu with a bit of a look of irritation. And she goes, well, so what exactly is your game, dear Tetsu?
It's a personal question to ask me. Why so curious about me all of a sudden, Jezebel? Never asked these kind of questions before.
When it concerns, she looks almost reluctant to say this. My brother, she almost doesn't quite believe that for a second, but she just says it anyway. Of course, I'd be concerned. Anybody that is involved with my family, I'd like to know about. Especially on the count that you've kept a lot from me, dear Tetsu. More so than apparently I realize, and I'm not quite happy about that.
It's not my place to go and spread secrets now, is it, Jezebel?
No,
He
but
didn't
you
want
knew
to.
very well who I was looking for.
I did. I also know he didn't want to be found right away, and I respect his wishes over yours.
She again looks a bit irritated at this.
If you respect his wishes, maybe you should also respect hopefully not being wandering around the city, risking to be captured or caught.
They did see. tiefling or not, they did see you. They did see you traveling around the city with us, Jezebel.
Point's been made clear, Jezebel. Right now, you're only going to damage what so he worked so hard to actually try to clean up. That's what he's doing right now. He's cleaning up your mess.
Is he going to be okay?
That I'm not too sure. I can only hope so. If he gets caught, then that's the end of the line for him.
We didn't come all this way just to. We didn't come here all this way just to end up being the ones who get him killed.
Indirectly, anyway, that would be the price to pay for being a spy underneath those circumstances.
Jezebel gives a huff as she leans against the wall with her shoulder. Wouldn't be the first time we put ourselves in danger. As if this time my brother is no longer doing it for the Steel Dragons, but for something else.
Doing it for your father.
Once again, it's all about him. But I shouldn't be surprised.
Jez, you have to. Whether this has to do with Alex or not, there has to be a bigger picture to all of this.
Relax, I won't go. That's the reason why I wanted to go, was to get more information. But since everybody's so keen on waiting for my brother, then I'll just stay here. Relax.
The best case, Jezebel, I suggest you go out within an hour or two. Give it a little bit more time. That's all I ask.
Very well then.
How much longer is it going to be before he gets back?
I'm not too sure. We don't normally to clean a mess this bad before. But normally, when we trip up, or when he trips up, or when I trip up, one of the three, it normally takes at least an hour or so just to make sure we're all keen on what we're doing.
I'm not sure, or if either of us are gonna. I'm not sure if any of us are gonna be willing to wait that long.
The door
Well,
suddenly opens, and a figure walks in and then closes it quickly behind them. It is your brother, Sinafe.
Oh, good, you're back.
Welcome back.
The news isn't good.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Someone did alert the guards to your presence. However, they don't appear to know where you all went, and they didn't appear to see me. The ones that did, I was able to quietly bribe to keep quiet.
That doesn't give me much confidence.
You're gonna have to stay in the house for at least a day or two while the situation blows over. Once they're no longer actively looking for you, it should be fine.
What are you gonna do in the meantime?
Continue selling maps.
Map?
Oh.
I see.
If I suddenly start not selling maps, they're going to get suspicious of me.
I know. Just be careful out there.
I will be back every night, of course. There's food, there's beds, and there's an emergency exit in case they try to... Tetsu knows the way. It's, down in the basement near the toilet.
Wait.
Alright. Thank you.
He briefly glances toward Jezebel and then moves to grab the door handle as he makes to leave. Well, I'll see you tonight then.
Stay
Jezebel
safe.
just kind of just watches around the corner and then just turns around and heads to the room.
Ryu turns to watch her do this with he looks like he's about to say something, but leaves it alone for now.
He heads out the door and pulls his hood back on and heads off to his job.
Okay. I guess we have to stay here for tonight.
It's about midday at the moment, but you're free to take a long rest or cook something or whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna try see what kind of ingredients they have here.
Charlotte's going to the kitchen.
You find mushrooms, dried meat, some of it purple in color, and yeah, that's about it. Not a lot of
Yeah.
vegetables underground.
A lot of subterranean fungi and whatever the heck this meat is.
Tetsu,
Miss Korax, how can I help you?
you mentioned that and that a lot of the spies in the city have just walking around the streets have their eyesight magically enhanced. Are we talking seen visibility or true sight?
Well, DM, do I know?
It varies. Most spies just have true sight, but there are people.
Just because true sight's a 6th level spell.
Let me finish speaking before you interrupt, please. Most walking around the city have see invisibility. I misspoke. But there are those walking around with true sight just in case, because drow are paranoid.
The higher level, I'm just going to say it like this, because that would make sense for him to say it like this. The higher level, more powerful mages all have true sight, though general public normally has see invisibility.
And expensive. It's expensive maintaining true sight. On spies all over the city.
I wouldn't say many has true sight, just a select few, elite guards, etc., etc. These are people you don't want to tangle with very easily.
Well, yes, but I was thinking, it's expensive, it requires components not readily available in the Underdark. Wonder where they're getting them.
What will you do with that information? Tetsu says after he made a pause at it.
Things for a moment. For now, nothing. And when we get back, and when we get back to proper civilization, perhaps I might go buy some shoes.
Tetsu just cracks a smile at that. Very well, but be careful the expensive kind now. Heard those are hard to find.
Just really quick, Cicada, you find a book that says drow recipes to last the week. and it basically lists military grade rations and how to make them using the mushrooms and the meat.
Oh. They probably don't taste very good.
I mean, it's food.
They'll at least try to make it taste good.
Still, what you're going on with this, Korax? I'm going to switch back real quick if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
Tetsu just comments. I heard of a shipping caravan comes here, heavily guarded. Not something to be taken lightly either.
Well,
We-
while Jezebel's sneaking into the tower, maybe there is something I can do after all. Jezebel, you got that disguise kit, right?
Yes, I do. She seems distracted, but she does perk up at the call of her name.
Is there enough makeup there? Is there enough makeup in it to turn all my skin dark gray?
Ooh. All your skin, dear?
Well, all the skin that I show at any rate. Because magical illusions aren't going to do the job up here. So I'm going to need to go analog.
So, Jezebel, I will say this. You can, however, do be aware that your disguise kit isn't infinite. Normally, it's not a big deal because you don't really use a disguise kit a lot, but the resources in it aren't infinite. If you use it quite a bit in a short span of time, you're probably going to have to buy a new disguise kit the next time you get the chance. Just bear that in mind.
Shouldn't be
figured.
hard to find one in this city.
If I recall correctly, Clara may have mentioned that she has a disguise kit, but she is currently out like a light.
Anyway, you may continue. I just wanted to bring that up.
Korax taps her hair and just turns it white like a rose. Now technically an illusion, so that takes care of half of the job.
As long as I can get parts of the skin that actually does show, as well, just maybe a tad bit into your clothes, just in case. I might just have enough to cover you up, but I won't be able to do everybody, though.
I'm the one best suited to pass for an elf in any case.
And may I ask what this is for again?
I'm not going to sneak into the tower on my own if that's what you're worried about. No, I'm just going to wander around town, and see if I can pick up any information. Maybe spread some misinformation of my own if I get the chance.
Well, she gives a sigh as she rubs her temples. I guess I should be thinking about it a little more carefully instead. I should talk to my brother on how exactly I plan, or if he has any information about the tower, how I can get in and out, supposedly until he's safe. Unless you wish to share with that Tetsu instead.
I don't have much information on the tower, but if you want my consent or recommendations, let's just say I recommend you guys get some rest while you can before you start heading out to the city. That's just my idea, though.
Well, we still need information about the city and the tower itself, but very well then. I'll just wait till my brother gets back and I'll ask him exactly. Because I have an idea as well, so just in case maybe something happens in the tower and I don't get the orb, but that had to go more towards dear Charlotte's expertise.
In the kitchen, Charlotte is currently making something unnatural with cicada.
What are you making?
Oh, this is a natural mushroom grown recipe based off military expertise, dear cicada. You should give it a try, though. I heard it tastes pretty good, better than normal standard stuff. Though, I would be careful of your stomach. If you don't have an ironclad stomach, this might not be the best for you.
I think I'll pass.
Well, that's a darn shame. Charlotte hums a bit as she keeps making the food.
Charlotte,
Yes.
being from the military as you are, you actually know a secret recipe to make any military ration taste 10 times better.
And 10 times 0 is still 0.
10 times 0.5, however, is 5.
On a scale of
I didn't
that 5 is on a scale of 1 to 1,000.
I didn't say it was 10 times better as in making it taste a lot better. If you really want to argue semantics about it.
Korax has been eating military rations a lot longer than anyone and in real life ever has, and she is firmly of the opinion that nothing can ever be done to erase how bad they taste.
Anyway, if I could get back what I'm trying to do. Charlotte knows a way to make the rations taste better. And so you pull out a bottle of some alcohol and substitute it instead of water for the ration mix.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
So yeah, a little bit of alcohol on this, and should taste pretty good.
Like wine?
Oh, you wish. We don't use expensive stuff like wine.
Oh.
I mean, it's
Or
still.
beer?
Let me put it this way: it still tastes like shit, but the buzz afterwards is pretty nice.
Yes.
Oh. Oh. It's
So
like,
you want to try that?
Kata's
Come
just
on.
trying to make a better stew.
Come on, Cicada. Charlotte like wags the mystery meat in front of her. You can try it.
She gives it a sniff first.
Smells like alcohol.
Oh.
You know those little tiny chocolates that have alcohol in them?
Yeah.
It basically tastes kind of like that.
I hate those.
Didn't say they were good.
But she is going to take like a small nibble. And it probably tastes terrible.
I mean, you've had worse stuff.
Charlotte simply shrugs and just eats the rest of it.
Meh.
Ah, this is delicious.
You also, by the way, still have your own rations. Like, you did bring food down.
Yeah, I still have the apples at least.
So, is there
And then
any
Charlotte walks away.
is there any
Okay.
is there anything anyone wants to do before you guys head to bed?
Claire's gonna get up.
Okay.
That's a nice short rest. Did I miss anything of interest?
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Nothing.
You don't want to know.
Charlotte pulls out another thing that looks like a chocolate bar and just munches on it again.
Did you put gunpowder in it again?
No,
Oh, thank goodness.
just mushrooms.
It didn't. At least it didn't explode this time, right?
Charlotte does not answer as she goes back to bed.
Kata, please tell me it didn't explode this time.
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
Anyways, we're staying here for the night because the entire city is on high alert right now.
Yeah, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
So, anything else anyone wants to do before you all take some rest? Alright. Well, pick a bed.
Alrighty.
Speak is so big, and I'm so small.
You know what? I'll give him this room.
Good.
So, you will head to bed.
Yep.
Jezebel,
Pretty much.
you get this bed because it's the last one.
I mean, we can always share a bed.
I want Rhea to trade places with me.
Ryu,
Sure.
Charlotte wants to trade beds with you.
Alright.
Yes.
Alright. So, everyone's ready to sleep then?
Yep.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
About 2 hours into your long rest. Gorax, I need you to roll me a perception check. Okay. So yeah, you are aware of this, but everyone else is still asleep. Clara?
Clara gets out of bed. She goes to the restroom.
Oh no.
A little while later, she comes back. She goes over to Charlotte's bed. And she's like, "Hey, Charlotte, Charlotte."
No.
Shh. And then she like whispers to you. And do you want me to just PM the whisper, or do you want me to say the whisper?
Let me see. Ledwood, roll me another perception check, and you roll me a stealth check, Clara. Alright, yeah. Just say it out loud.
Hey, Charlotte, I passed by the back door, peeked through the peephole, and I saw your fracture. If we're fast enough, we may be able to catch up to her, but don't let the others know, or they'll probably stop us.
Charlotte, right eye opens up and looks to Clara, of all people, to tell Charlotte this information.
She nods.
She rubs her temple and goes to inspect the peephole in question.
Alright. So
Still
as
tired.
as you two leave the room, Gorax, what are you doing?
I think this is the back door.
Yeah, that's the back.
Okay.
That's the escape route over there.
Oh.
I was muted. I'm sorry about that.
Yes, you
I
are.
wait for them. Yeah, I wait for them to get out of my direct line of sight. And then I cast invisibility on self. And I start following
Alright, roll me a stealth check.
with advantage because I'm invisible.
Mm-hmm. And Clara and Charlotte?
25.
You're probably gonna fail, but roll me a perception anyway, Charlotte and Clara.
It's one of these P scores.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, neither of you,
I'm
noted.
not seeing any of Clara's rolls.
Yeah, I'm having Clara whisper them.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. So, neither Clara or Charlotte notices that, Corax is following. You may continue now.
Clara looks at the people and is like, she's not there anymore. I think she moved on. Should we try? Do you want to give chase?
I'm gonna roll insight.
Alright, roll your insight. Clara's telling the truth. She did indeed see your fracture.
Seeing that Clara could not possibly lie to Charlotte, and it's impossible for Clara to leave a lie. Charlotte just immediately believes her, and she nods and rushes.
We
They-
head out back door.
Okay. Corax, I'm assuming you're
follow.
following? Yep.
I am jogging alongside. I am just jogging alongside them with my hands in my pockets.
Alright, I need you to do me one more stealth check. You have advantage, I know. Okay,
19.
so. You all make it to the alleyway. Just outside the street and a little further down. And it's there that you see two figures that none of you know. A rust-colored wolf and a silver-haired fox. Or they're both foxes, sorry.
They're both Vulpins, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad. I'll just show these sheets now.
Something's not right here.
Oh boy.
I think we're meeting. I think we've met Clara's parents.
Now, if you guys are done reacting, could you please mute so I can do the scene? No offense, but you guys have a bad habit of interrupting. So, as Charlotte, please stop moving around. It's distracting me. So, as Clara and Charlotte make their way into the alley, the two figures give warm smiles, and then the female speaks up. You made it. That's a relief.
Just double checking. Does Clara recognize these figures?
You don't recognize the figures, but you did recognize the voice.
Okay, so
The male figure looks to Charlotte. Thank you, Kat. Looks to Charlotte and then says, I have the ability to separate you. If you wish, I can split you so that you will no longer be merged with your other self. I can even return you to your own world and return those friends of yours there as well. He's referring to the soldiers that are currently just in the forest.
Who are you?
You don't know me, but I certainly know you. I'm Rango.
And how did you know me?
I'm Rango. Sorry, I was just getting things ready. Rango.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Rango Clara. And then the lady speaks up and she says, and I'm Silas. Silas Clara.
wait, that's your last name? But that's my first name.
Yeah, we kind of put the name on your basket when we dropped you off at the Adventuring Guild, and they thought it was your name and not your last name. That was my bad there.
mom and dad.
Oh, right. We should have probably mentioned that. Yes. We're your biological parents.
Echo hug.
She hugs you back. Yeah, I should have probably started with that now that I think about it.
I'm gonna do an inside check. This just seems too weird.
As far as you can tell, they're telling the truth. So, the Rango looks to Charlotte and simply says, "You can stay in this world or you can go to the other one. Regardless, I have the ability to make it so you can be split but live in the same world."
If you know of me, you know of what I've done and my deeds are. Do why offer such a thing to me? Did you want me to go back to my world?
I don't really. It's the. He pauses for a bit and stumbles over his words. And then he goes, and then he looks to Celeste and says, "Oh, no. We just kind of felt like it, really."
And you're here because you felt like it.
Yes.
In the Underdark.
Yes.
She goes to hug dad.
He places a hand on Gloria's head. I'm sorry, that's probably weird now that I say it out loud. So we know we are we're also experimental boss.
Wait. You mean in this world?
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of foggy. Like it's hard to tell. I think I'm from this world, maybe. Uh,
And you have the ability to split other fractures.
oh no, not me. I have the ability to return you to the other world, similar to Boss. But Rango does. Rango has that ability. Yes.
If I were to be split, would I still have my ability?
No, you wouldn't. Which is yeah, it's kind of why we're offering, cause yeah, you being here is kind of really bad, cause your ability can be used to open that giant portal. So yeah, we kind of want to get that out of the way before they find out you're here. Oh, did I spill too much there? Yeah, I think I spilled too much. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at keeping secrets.
Hmm.
My head.
Sounds familiar.
Very well. If it's to keep the area safe for now, I think it'd be best if we split.
We will return tomorrow then. The reason we wanted to meet you privately is because I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I mean, I've been an adventurer for probably about 50 years now, so that might have something to do with it. I don't know.
Adventures.
I mean, I was never sane to begin with, to be honest. Um, I am actually from well, no. I shouldn't talk about it here. I shouldn't talk about it here. But I really want to talk about it. Rango, can I talk about it, Franco? Sure. Okay, so I'm actually from a world where there's like tons of eldritch creatures, and they try and always kill us. But we banish them with the power of friendship and song and friendship, but mostly friendship.
I rolled insight on that.
Um, as far as you can tell, they're telling the truth, or at least they believe it's the truth.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the second.
Alright, so just really quick, the straight-laced one, the warrior, is Rango, that's this voice. And the bright and uppity one is this voice.
I gotcha. I understood everything.
Clara was asking which voice was which.
Oh.
Alright, well, we kinda gotta get going. Yeah, if we stay here too long, they might, come after us. So, yeah, we gotta get going. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. You should keep this a secret. Don't let anyone else know, if possible, cause, yeah, it's kind of awkward, cause they kind of kept this secret, and then now they all know about it, and it's just awkward.
Charlotte looks to the male of the two and just gives him a skeptical look. So, you're the one with the track mind, correct?
With the track mind?
Yes, as in like he can actually make sense of what he's doing.
I mean, I guess. Oh,
Is
right.
was
You're asking for a translation. We decided that doing this stealthily would be best because then no drow can potentially find you here, and we've been actually trying to catch up with you guys for a while now, but yeah.
very well. Well, I will head back then. Clara, come on, we gotta head back.
Yeah, okay, goodbye.
Bye, Mom and Dad.
Oh, yes, you're right, bye. Wait. She suddenly runs over and tackle hugs you. Okay, bye now.
Back.
Okay, bye now. Bye. And then they just vanish into thin air.
Charlotte mutters like something about foxes and just moves on back to follow Clara.
Pulpits are supposed to be cunning, dang it.
Something about foxes. Something foxes.
You head back to the house.
That was
Charlotte,
informative.
I would say that was a trick, and I'm offended you lied to me, Clara.
What I was told to tell you?
That would make a lot more sense. I'm going to bed now. You have a good night, Clara.
Okay, good night.
Okay.
Clara goes back to sleep as well.
Okay. Corax?
Muted. This is when you're still at the door. By the way, Korax was actually about to speak up, but I forgot I was muted again.
Dang, that's rough.
Yeah.
Do you want to rewind to that?
Yes, please.
Okay, rewinding.
And regardless of what it may be, next time tell one of us before you two go herring off on your own. And at this point, Korax dissipates her invisibility.
How long have you been following us?
The entire time, Laura.
She face pause.
And Jezebel thinks she's the rogue.
Oh, Clara, you've been caught. Get going. And Charlotte walks off. Charlotte just walks on as she did nothing wrong.
Anyway, good night.
You all head to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I need to sleep.
The morning comes and, yeah, you, as the morning comes, you find, like, Cinefe, like, just sleeping in a corner near the door, curled up. Because because the bedroom was taken, and the other room has him in it.
I like this relationship already.
I imagine Cicada is the first one to wake up.
Sure.
Well, Korax would be because Korax only needs to sleep for like 4 hours a night.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
And then Cicada is the next one to wake up and see. Sees
I-
this
I-
poor boy
Korax-
in the corner.
Yeah, Korax like heads over and like brings him like a pillow.
Oh, thanks.
Like
Well, okay then. Gonna see if I can't make breakfast.
You actually do find some spider eggs that you could try using.
Not sure I want to use those. I'll just use the apples.
Regardless, as you all wake up and have breakfast, he eventually, rises, cracks his back a bit, and just slinks into an empty bed with just like bam.
Ah, he chose the medium bed, the coward.
Laura looks at him like she's gonna ask the question, and she's like, "Never mind."
Jezebel, are you back yet?
Me?
As the last one to wake, you realize you're in the same room with your brother, and no.
Jezebel looks a little awkward for a second, and she goes, "Don't recall you sleeping in here last night."
No, I wasn't. I slept in the hallway.
Don't you have a bed of your own?
You, you were kind of sleeping in it.
Grace for a second looks over and she goes, "Well, speak up." She gives with the shake of her head. "I do recall you sometimes kicking me out of the bed whenever you wanted it for yourself when we were younger.
I mean, you were already asleep by the time I got back.
Even then, you still kicked me out of the bed. But then
Okay.
I also did you back as well."
Anyway, I'm gonna get some rest.
"Well, sorry for taking your bed," she says with a small shrug and a small smile, and then starts to head out.
Maybe I'll kick you next time, I suppose.
She kind of almost giggles at that, giving a little like snort, but then just kind of sighs. She goes, "You changed. I'll give you that. Not sure I quite like it, but as dear Corax did tell me a little while ago, situations can change a person."
He just pretends to snore.
"You're still such a bad liar."
Achoo.
Who's snoring in the background? It's already like 11 a.m.
Achoo.
She
There's a
just rolls her
fetus.
eyes, and then just before she walks out, she goes over and like flicks his forehead,
Like, ow!
and then raises an eyebrow, giving him a look with a smirk.
He sort of slowly narrows his eyes at you.
There he is. It seems to be a little bit of my brother there still.
You go and join
She
me?
does.
Go on.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on.
She does kind of like look sad for a minute, and then she looks down. She goes, "Why didn't you say anything? All these years I've been looking on a wild goose chase for a rock slide, apparently."
He just looks down and then turns to roll over in the bed.
Isabel now frowns annoyed, and then brings a foot up, kicks him off the bed, and walks out.
You kick him onto the other bed.
The second medium bed. Still a coward.
Don't care. I still kicked him.
So, you're all having breakfast, and he's trying to get some actual sleep in that's not on a hard ground. With a, boot mark on his back. Regardless. What do you guys do with your morning?
Eat breakfast, of course. What else do you do with mornings?
Fair enough.
We do have food to eat, right?
Yeah, you have apples.
Not unless you want spider eggs for breakfast.
What
Excuse
spider
me?
eggs taste like?
They're crunchy.
They are different from chicken eggs. Very different.
I think I prefer the chicken.
Regardless, you all eat and, get your fill. What do you guys do now?
Charlotte looks like she's thinking over a few things.
Isabel just stretches and then glances annoyed back to the room where her brother's sleeping. And then back over to her, she goes, "Well, if we're planning a way to get into the tower, now probably the best time. It's been the allotted time that the time has passed that we were recommended to stay inside. So I think that would be a good chance for some information gathering."
By the way, Cicada, I completely forgot about this after the fact, but did you talk to Cricket yesterday?
Oh, yeah, I did. He's fine.
You looked shocked.
You weren't in the room. I told you to leave.
Oh. What? I thought that was when you were talking. I thought that was in the downtime stuff.
Oh yeah.
If I recall correctly, you asked, and then you got information, and then you moved to a different room to discuss with Jezebel.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Cicada.
No, seriously, it's nothing.
Are you picking on my burb?
That would be
Isabel said, laying
a
hands on her hips.
deception check, Cicada.
Oh boy, deception. 13.
So that would be perception, I believe. No, wait.
Insight.
Insight, that's it.
Apparently, Cricket told her something yesterday that she doesn't want to tell us.
Ryu, roll insight. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's definitely something, but Cicada really doesn't want to tell you all.
No, she really doesn't want to talk about it.
Is it the time is now? Kill them all.
No.
Okay,
Well,
so that's one bad possibility crossed off the list.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
Oh, you stop picking on my Cicada.
Charlotte just walks away at this point.
If she doesn't want to say anything, leave her be. Jeez, have some trust in her. How many times do I have to repeat myself?
I'll just ask Cricket myself of when he gets back then.
Well, it's gonna be a while considering you told Elnate to take the owl house to Appalachian.
I can always tell him to. I can always tell him to bring it back as we're leaving.
What am I, a caddy? Anyway, what do you guys do?
Thought we were raiding the tower.
Ooh, we get to raid a tower?
I'm getting information first before we do that.
Yeah. Recon first.
Alright, well, as you guys are discussing heading out, you hear a sigh, and your brother slowly hops out of the bed and walks up. Alright. I can tell I can't exactly stop you from gathering information, so
You were asleep.
at least let me share what I've learned.
Okay.
That would make it easier.
So for one thing, during the daytime it's not as crowded because, well, I mean, they're nocturnal cycles, so even without the sun, they prefer the dark. Right, and he briefly pulls out a map, and I'm gonna transfer you all over to the map briefly. Excuse me.
Okay.
So he pulls up the map, and then he points. So we're over here in Doothgloam, and this is where most of the drow live. Like the civilians that tend things and take care of the giant spider. Don't worry about that. So over here is one of the main water sources. It's got a giant sea beast in there. The sea beast is named Lassie, I believe, or something like that. Don't worry about it. Over here is the Quetzalcoatl. Bleh. I'm butchering the pronunciation. I'm sorry. It's actually slightly elevated from the rest of the city, and it's one of the least populated areas because there's a big patch of fungus that's being grown that's some of it is used as farmland, some of it is filled with poisonous plants, and yeah, it's mostly just where they cultivate things, and if there's an area where they refine it all just down to the southeast of it. At least the southeast of this map. I don't really know which direction is which down here. If you look up north, you've got Lilith's Web. It's there's basically if you wanted to live in a building that stretches up to the very ceiling, then yeah, you can live there. I hear the beds are quite comfortable. Um, uh, if you get stuck in them, you could starve to death, but don't worry about it. And then you have the giant pillar here, which is one of the most heavily guarded areas. In terms of things, the only area that isn't as guarded is just to the west of it, and they still have guards there, but in general, the only way to get to the tower is this road right here. And I will draw a green line for you. This road.
Okay.
I've managed to make the occasional delivery there for maps and uh and I've been in very briefly, but I'm so bad with names. What's his name again? Tetsu, that's it. Tetsu has actually been up the first 3 levels, I believe. It was filled with guards and heavily trapped, but he went up there to speak to one of their mages who wanted a specialty item delivered, I believe it was. And
He delivers, I see.
yes. And well, that's all I've been able to find out so far.
So, so just a little, just a bit. So pretty much just a little, little under a little just under surface level stuff.
I've been trying to get into the tower proper, but it's very hard to get Drow to trust you, even as a Drow.
It's amazing you got. It's amazing you've gotten as far as you did.
I mean, it helps I mean, technically a Drow now, I guess.
Even so,
Anyway, I hope that helps you in some way. Do be careful out there if you do go out, and if you get captured, or if they find out who you are, the best advice I can give is just to surrender. Because if you surrender immediately, the worst they'll do is make you a slave, and I can get you out of being a slave, but I can't exactly get you out if they decide to feed you to the spider.
noted.
How are we gonna close that portal?
Any questions?
What about my safety?
What do you mean your safety?
That is true, Jisbel says with the hands on her hip. Unfortunately, the majority of those people here, excluding myself and perhaps Cicada now, have been fragmented.
Oh, I mean,
Just
as long as you don't pull out your fragments, it should be fine, I think.
But, well, I guess it's a given. But then what about their Charlotte, though? Hers is a rather more unique situation as well.
She's a warlock, right?
I'm gonna roll insight. I'm gonna see if he's just lying for his teeth right now.
I mean, if she's a warlock, it should be fine, I think. I mean, she can easily prove she's a warlock, so yeah, I think that should be fine. And is that 17 your inside, or was that for earlier?
Nope, that was for earlier.
Okay.
Both my insight right now.
Right. Yeah. As far as you can tell, he is being forthcoming with the information.
Alright, that shrugs off any skepticism that Charlotte has.
Jisbel
So
doesn't.
what you're suggesting is that I play up being a warlock in order to get into the tower.
What? No, I was saying if you get caught, they probably won't feed you to the spider because you're a warlock.
Oh.
So I guess that goes for me as well, she says with a smirk.
Wait. Could you repeat that?
I'm a warlock now.
Yeah, she just kind of gives a shrug and she puts her hands on her hip. Let's just say, made a contract.
He stares at you for a long while, and then his expression looks down and he says, "Oh, I see. Well,
Oh.
yeah, I suppose you should be fine then as well."
Extra coverage, I suppose. She says with work, and then she almost. She still holds a bit of a grudge for the fact that how he kept secrets from her, so she's kind of. In the back of her head, she's like, how does it feel? She didn't say this out loud, but the look on her face definitely has that whole like, so how does it feel now not being in the dark?
He just looks sad.
Oh.
She's in no mood to feel sorry for him right now. She's still kind of upset. But she does say, let's just say that I have an incentive for why I made the contract. Plus, if it does get more coverage, then it perhaps was well worth it. Because to be fair, dear brother, you're not giving us too much information or reassurance. I know you said that you only trusted one person to do this, which is perhaps myself. But we definitely need a backup plan, though, in case things go bad and I do get captured.
I mean, the backup plan is you surrender immediately, and then when you're slaves, I just get you out of the city.
Oh, me becoming a slave? She looks really upset, looking to the side with a big old frown on her face.
He looks up to you, and his expression actually hardens as he says, "It's better than being dead." Then he turns his head and walks away. "I'm going back to bed."
He actually sighs first, right? She so badly wants to say something a little bit mean, but she, for now, holds her tongue. She's restraining herself right now. But she definitely does not look very happy.
Charlotte looks like she is making some sort of contraction right now.
Wait, you're inventing?
No, not necessarily. I'm going to make something, and this is up to your rolling. Of course, I'm going to let you know what it is.
I'm just making sure that I'm just asking because of the thing you asked about in DMs. You know
Yeah,
the
no,
thing
I'm
you
not.
asked?
Oh, yeah, I'm not inventing anything. I'm just making an item that I'm asking you real quick.
Okay. Anyway, he's gonna ask about the item, but we'll cut back to the other group for now.
Clara says, I personally don't trust your brother or whoever's posing as your brother. Just call it a hunch.
But he has a point, though.
She gives a huff. As she doesn't answer right away, she goes, well, so far, he's been right. We haven't been captured yet, which means that he didn't turn us in. Not only that, I may not be so sure about Tetsu anymore. But as much as he's changed, I may not have fully accepted it, but he is my brother. There's still some parts of him I can still see from before he died. Whether or not he is lying or not, the fact of the matter is that we're here already. So far, we have not been captured or turned in, as my brother stated. We stayed put, as you all wanted me to do, by the way. And we're still here. We're not captured. We're not slaves.
Fair enough. I do remember there's magic that can mess with minds, but that's all I know.
Don't forget, dear Clora, there are a lot of apparently powerful drows that are here that can also perform decently strong magic as well. Pretty sure if they wanted to, they could easily just storm in here and take us by now if they wanted to.
Fair enough.
So far, still keep things under skepticism, yes, but since now we basically are somewhat free to roam the city within limits, of course. Especially if the fact that if dear Korak still wishes me to go ahead and disguise her, we can gather information that we need, verify to make sure that what my brother says is true before we actually do storm the tower.
Okay. I'm going to find a place to sit down for a moment.
Tetsu would like lean on the wall and raise a hand to the group.
Yep.
If you need some disguises, let me know. I've got some pretty good ones, so that'll let me go up to the 3rd floor even.
Oh,
That's all.
yes. I'd rather mention that. I would really appreciate that information, Tetsu, on the fact that I'm probably going to be the one that's going to head up there.
He thinks for a moment on that, and then nods. Okay, that's fair enough.
Any information will be helpful there, especially on the fact that I'd rather not be captured and become a slave, because
Well,
I will kill somebody before I do that.
they will likely. Well, no, not likely. It's a guarantee. A lot of the traps are magical based. A lot of them are unseen by the naked eye. You will need a path and a way to navigate perfectly throughout the area. Even while they're escorting people up to that floor, in particular, I had to match their pattern of movement just to navigate through the floor. The entire floor is trapped.
So you know how to get past them.
It's been a while, to be honest.
You did
But I can.
you did write it down and make sure to have it. You do have it written down, but that only gets you up 3 floors.
Right. He holds up a piece of folded paper with a small smirk. I do have this. It does give you the navigation pass for the first 3 floors. However, past that point, you're on your own on that.
Right, Ken? You said they were magic, right? The traps?
Most of them are. 90% of them are.
I can detect magic.
He
Sure,
goes
you
over to Cicada, concerned.
Sure, you can detect magic, but that's just gonna tell you where the traps are. It's not gonna tell you what sort of trap it is. Or how it's triggered.
Point taken.
Still, either way, Jessica does look concerned, but she does smile and then go over and pat the top of Cicada's head. She goes, I appreciate you offering, dear, but perhaps it might be best that you remain back. I did see the pain you went through just for being somewhat close to the orb. I'd rather not see you in that pain again.
Okay. He's a little
Besides,
disappointed.
besides, she says with a grin, in case I ever do get captured, I do need somebody to come get me.
You don't get captured.
Oh, trust me, I won't, because I promise you, I will kill at least a good majority of them before they take me alive.
That's well,
Don't get
on the
caught.
off chance that that doesn't work out for you, that's also a part of why I want to get this crowd disguise up and running.
Well, your
if
brother
not
bought.
at all, I have some paint.
Your brother did bought in some disguises from last night. If that helps with your supplies.
that and that does help quite a bit actually.
Indeed.
Like yeah, like Korax Korax like is there like a crate of this eight of them basically?
No, there's just a small box with them, and well, okay, yes, the box is a crate. So yes, there is a crate.
Okay, so specifically powdered skin dye. Has he got the? Does it include that?
So
Because that's the main
let
thing Korax is going to need.
let me describe what's in the box. One sec, actually. So the box has some, traditional black and purple cloaks and some masks. And you notice that they're all the exact same size, and that's drow sized. As in, if Cicada was to put one on, it would not fit her at all.
It's also probably a little bit short for Korax.
So, Tetsu, do you try
Yes.
one on to show them how it works?
Yeah.
So, Tetsu, who is, you're a human, right?
Yep.
So Tetsu pulls on the cloak that's far too long for him, and as the cloak it straps in, and he puts on the mask that covers his face, it begins to float and lift up until he's about the height of a drow, with ears poking out like a drow would have, and the mask covering his face. At a glance, he looks like any old regular cultist. Drow.
All right,
And that's how it works.
but yeah, well, all right, that's a good start, but that's got the clothes sorted at least, and then like Korax like digs around in Clora's uh, as a disguise kit and pulls out like basically what paint and dye there is for the skin.
There's enough to do, I'll say one, one, one to do you and the kit, but after that you'll need to either get Chlora's disguise kit or get a new disguise kit. And
Well,
you will have to make, let me finish. You will have to make a disguise kit check, Jezebel.
oh, I've actually got a way to make the makeup for the skin at least. I have a way to make that last a little bit longer. Because I know how because I know how this sort of thing is used in real life. Korax is gonna.
Yes, but would your character know that?
I've been trained infiltrator, so yeah.
Alright.
Like so Korax goes. So Korax, does this place have running water?
Certainly, kitchen.
It's less running water and more a source of water.
That'll do. So long as the water is cold. So long as okay, it needs to be cold water. Do you have that?
Yeah, it's all cold water.
Yep.
Good, cold water is what I need. So Korax goes and runs a cold bath in the bathroom.
There ain't no bath.
Oh, is there a suitably sized tub that I would be able to submerge myself in cold water?
Sorry.
I'm just thinking.
Would there not be a lake of some kind, or like a round lake?
No, No. Basically, it needs to be big enough. It needs to be big enough to submerge me, but not much bigger than that.
Yeah, sure. Sure, there's a tub.
Okay. There's the tub.
All right, tub full of cold water, and then I dump the makeup in, mix that with the water.
Okay.
Then I just submerge myself for like about an hour or two.
Okay.
It's and when I come out, skin is dyed. It's gonna be days or even weeks before that wears off.
Okay.
Nicely done.
It's been a while since I've worked. And I usually prefer to work with illusions, but I know how to do the analog form.
Sometimes analog form is the best way to do it.
Indeed, and she taps her hair, turns it white.
Okay.
I learned how to do that. I learned how to do that from an Alex Rider novel.
Okay.
Alrighty. So Jezebel, just note this won't get you into the tower. What I have for you. This will only get you around the city.
Hmm?
The disguises.
She makes a bit of a face. She goes, suppose I should also disguise myself, shouldn't I? Since I was seen before.
Well, it would be a bad lead if you were to enter the tower. It has a lot of information in there.
And you're just going to give it to me freely?
Oh, that's a good one. He just smirks at that. No, I will. Don't worry about that.
You've already been paid.
Hush.
Jezebel kind of assumed. That's why she just gives a knowing smirk and then just like snatches the paper, whatever it is he's out of his hands. She goes, "Thank you kindly for your generosity."
Oh, nothing for it. A good day's worth of working. Good conscience.
Mm-hmm. Keep telling yourself that, Tetsu.
I believe it's good.
She
He just smirks at that.
She just shakes her head with a roll of her eyes and then looks over the information carefully. Looks like I have some studying to do.
No, good luck.
It's not about luck, dear. It's about skills and being knowledgeable.
Stuff I lack well in, apparently, for that kind of situation. Still, good luck is a good phrase. That's why I use it. And with that, my part of the job is done. Take care.
Tetsu just straight up leaves.
That's what he does. He has other businesses to attend to.
Not even gonna say goodbye to and here you are, you just pushing that thing, and never mind.
Oh yeah, that was a great joke. I loved it.
Alright, Tetsu leaves.
Okay, so it was a joke.
Yeah, it was. He just likes to lie a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what now?
I'm gonna find some place to meditate for a moment.
Okay.
I'm just gonna find a place to sit and just look over all the notes that Tetsu wrote down.
I'm doing my thing in the bedroom still.
I got it. Yeah,
Korax is seeing if any of these disguises actually fit her.
they're all one size bigger than you. Like Drower, elves.
Drow are actually a bit shorter than most elves.
Alright, then it's It's slightly shorter, but it still fits you.
Yeah.
It's a cloak. They're
Like-
made to be, very loose.
Yeah. Like drow are not tall. They are
Regardless, before that, Clara, Cicada,
Okay. She's gonna try talking to Cricket again.
mm-hmm.
Wondering if he's okay now, considering
What do you say?
he's. Are you still trapped in jail?
This is the response you get. It's calling me.
The tower in the Underdark?
Indeed.
Is that where you came from?
Yes and no.
Are you Do you want Jezebel to go there?
I left the jail. I am at the
Oh.
house now.
What? Wait. You're gonna draw attention from all the drow in the city. They're paranoid.
No, at the Baba Yaga house.
Oh, that house. Okay. You scared me for a moment. Okay, if you go into the city now, they're just... The civilians here are already super paranoid of everything. So if you come in here, they're going to either try and kidnap you or kill you. One or the other.
It calls.
Oh no. Why is it calling you?
A song.
Oh no.
A lullaby.
Is it one that we've heard before?
It calls.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking to her for a minute and find Clara. We got a problem.
Before that, Laura, Charlotte.
Charlotte, have you come to a decision yet?
Charlotte doesn't really respond necessarily immediately. She's busy making boots. Some shoes, I should say. And then she looks over to Flora in the process of making these shoes. Have I come to a decision? What are you talking about?
Last night?
Well, at this point, it's about survival. And I know if I get caught, I will die. Right now, decisions is not super important, as it cannot be made yet. When the time
Okay.
comes, I will make my decision.
Okay.
Alright, now you can run at them, Cicada.
Guys, we have a problem.
What is it?
It's Cricket. He's being weird.
He's always weird.
Yeah, but he's like, he wants to
Weird.
go to the tower.
Oh.
Because
let's
he
be
hears
sure.
that same song Clara's been singing from
Oh.
that tower, and he wants to go there.
Charlotte gets off the bed. Well, at least
I
we have
mean-
two things in common.
Would the elves be would the drow be able to stop him if he did?
I don't know. Probably.
Have you can see
Or
if
try to, at least.
So if the portal is calling him, does that mean that the portal is playing the music?
He did mention a lullaby. And that it was
This-
calling to him.
The same one that Flora sings.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
interesting. That's interesting.
Why would they have that?
I'm very worried something terrible is going to happen if we don't do something soon.
Them, them getting a hold of him would probably be a terrible thing.
It would be.
We may need to take care of the tower after all.
Hmm.
I guess I'll have to figure out what it's like without fur. And she goes over to the box.
You put it on, and all your fur just sort of goes flat, and your tail just almost seems to wrap around you like a furry belt. It even hides your ears. And you're taller.
Interesting. Am I taller than Jezebel?
At the moment, yes.
Ha! I'm taller than you.
Only on the outside, dear, she said with a smirk.
Interesting.
I'm taking a disguise too, I've decided.
Relax, we don't need to go to the tower.
But we need to find. Well, not to the tower per se, but we need to find Cricket before he gets here.
Well, I don't think any of us can stop Cricket regardless, except for one person in its entire group. What we
Yep.
need to do...
So, if he said that there's a lullaby, we should probably figure out where it's coming from.
Coming
I
from the
agree on
tower,
that.
obviously.
It is not Cicada.
Huh?
Or... That's something I would say if I were not trying to hide secrets like other people in this group.
Huh?
That is all.
Now, dear Charlotte, you really shouldn't be giving information, you know. Just on the account that I'll be going into this tower.
That's rich from you of all people, Jezebel, to say how I should trust you more over everything you have done.
Boy.
I'm not saying to trust me, dear. I'm saying to make sure that this mission becomes successful. It's probably best to share what we know.
That requires a form of trust, Jezebel.
I see you don't trust me then.
Give me a second.
Being friends with you. Okay.
I can't take it anymore.
Sorry, I'm just, check your DMs.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay, good.
I saw. And Cicada just yells this out. I can't take it anymore. I hate holding secrets. Okay?
Then why don't we exchange information?
Okay, I'll start. Someone has been spying through Chlora.
Clara just gives you this blank look and she's like, huh?
I know, it's weird.
Is that what you were hiding from me?
Yes.
Bring
what-
up your fragment, Chlora, so we can ask it some questions.
I wouldn't think it's a fragment.
No, it's
But-
not.
So,
Clara just has this nervous look. He's like, oh,
Chlora,
yes.
you know, it's very mean to hide information from people.
That's fair. She thinks for a moment.
And I thought I was the only one with a stalker.
Wait, you actually know? I thought you were clueless about it.
No, Ryu's
No, I'm
like,
talking to Clara, sorry.
okay.
She thinks for a moment and she's like, what were we talking about again?
Very well. If we're gonna play that, thank you, Cicada. That does warm my heart a bit.
I'm confused.
I'm also
The
confused. What is happening right now?
the person spying on Clara is her mother.
What?
Oh?
Her adopted mother or her real mother?
Her real mother.
A real?
The one who's saying the lullaby is also likely the real mother.
Now that makes sense.
Fair enough.
What we have to hunt in the city is her.
Boy.
She's also got some information that I need. If I go near that portal and open a fracture there, it's gonna spill doom.
You specifically, dear.
I'm the only one out of the tech subjects that can create fractures that I know of.
So
It's either me or Boss. And Boss doesn't seem to be here anyway.
Yeah, boss is currently
Boss.
having a lovely discussion with Fiona.
Boss should still be in Vierna's custody.
Well, then that's your answer.
So if the drow catch you, we're screwed.
That is correct.
Are you sure it's safe for you to be here?
Absolutely not. I didn't learn this information until later. And honestly, it's quite foolish of me to say it right here. Ain't that right? I'm a dunce.
I didn't say that, dear. Chisel says with a small smile and a shrug. We all have our secrets we use to keep ourselves safe. The fact that you're telling us means that you somewhat trust us.
That's not the issue. I'm also worried about a few things. I guess I'm being paranoid as a drow is now.
Charlotte?
So Clara looks like she's thinking for a moment and then she says, well, Mom says she's not playing music at the tower, so maybe it's somewhere else?
It could be someone else then. It's okay, did the cricket say that it was at the tower?
He did say it was at the tower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it is what you guys assume. I was just overthinking it. Either way, we do gotta stop it. But I need to find the person first.
Chisel just kind of hustles with a smirk. She goes, well, luckily, hunting is also something I very much enjoy to do. So if it ends up hunting, no offense there, Clara, but it seems we might have to end up hunting your mother. That might have to be a thing we have to do.
Well, if that is the case, then we might have to.
Or she could come here and stop playing coy.
Clara thinks for a moment. She's like, Mom, apparently they want you to come here. Are you going to? Do you want to just wait out there? Or are you going to come?
I told you when I'd be coming.
All right. When was that?
I can't remember now.
Clara thinks for a moment. Hey, Charlotte, do you remember when they were supposed to be coming?
Today.
When
They
today?
said tonight.
Oh yeah, tonight.
That's still within today's parameters. So, yes, today.
Okay. Clara's like, by the way, Mom, you're gonna be meeting my party, if you don't mind. So you're really not. Okay, I'll let them know. She is less inclined to meeting all of you.
Why?
Because she's hiding something.
All I got was the blank,
Oh.
That's it.
I'm sure she's a wonderful person.
Gotta go. And you hear the sound of like, look, you know, of a normal of an old phone just being put back in its holder. The click.
Click.
Who was it that heard that?
You in your head.
Oh. And Mom hung up.
Oh.
Well, that went nowhere.
Not necessarily. It gave me some information, that's much for sure. I didn't know Cicada or Clara was being targeted by her mother. It's pretty neat.
And apparently
Oh.
she's been watching her for a while.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder the method.
Cora assumes an innocent posture, and she's like, that's probably an underestimate.
I see.
Anyway, how are you guys doing? Shall we head out?
No, there's no need. At least not for me. If you guys want to go exploring, that's fine.
We need to go find Cricket before he gets here.
Yeah. But I can't leave this place right now.
Because you're a target.
If they discovered everything I said, it would be a very unfavorable outcome.
That's putting it mildly.
That much is for sure. Seems the curse never fades, I guess.
So, is there anything anyone wants to do before we wrap this session up?
Charlotte, whatever happens, we're in this together, okay?
Charlotte looks up to Cicada. And she just gave it an uncertain look. Cicada, in the end, everything might be going according to how you wanted it, and that bothers me.
Sure, I even wanted this to begin with.
The man is not a kind person.
Hmm.
He doesn't value life. And in a way, I can kind of relate to that. Lives of strangers, people, animals, just in general. It just seems so small. Knowing that there's another world out there that just can be explored, forsaken, taken. It's just a lot to take in.
Hmm. It is a lot. And I've actually been dealing with it for a while now.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you had to experience that.
You don't have to apologize for that.
Charlotte looks away afterwards and simply sighs. I don't have a plan this time. I don't have an answer. And
We don't
I feel
always need to find an answer to everything. All we gotta do is try.
last time I didn't have an answer to Kata. I got dog tags instead. Don't be the next one.
Bug.
Charlotte throws it to hug it in. She softly returns it.
Oh,
Group hug.
bad time.
Very bad time.
So, is there anything anyone else wants to do? Alright. Then with that. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, with that, I shall wrap this session up. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye!
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.